Go ahead. Can you do the intro again? I'm so sorry.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sasha Banks here. We had a little situation. Can y'all still hear me? If y'all can hear me, you can comment. I can see the comments on the side a little bit. Alright, hey y'all, it's your girl Sasha Banks here, and welcome to my live drag show called What's Your Professional Opinion? It is here where my guests and I are going to talk about some hot topics that most people are too afraid to talk about. It's here where I hope to shed some light on some things in our drag community and how to manage them professionally. I'm your girl, Sasha Banks. Yes, please make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing to this video. I'm super excited, kind of nervous. Girl, sometimes you just need to breathe. Alright, I'm so excited. So, I'm going to bring out my co-host tonight. She is a legendary queen here in Michigan. She's going to come out and talk. We're going to get to know her a little bit. I got some steamy questions to ask her. So, without further ado, y'all make some noise for Miss Mia Cole. Yes. Hey. Welcome to What's Your Professional Opinion?
Oh.
I'm so excited. Are you excited, Mia?
I am excited, actually.
Yeah, so you ready to spill some tea and give your opinion on some things?
I'm ready to have a little conversation. Let's have a little conversation.
Me too. Oh, I feel that fan right there. That felt good. Well, let's just kick it and have a good time. We turned up a little bit. We're vibing. You guys are vibing, right? Yes, okay. So, at this time, I'm going to ask you some questions, and just kind of get to know you a little bit.
Please.
So, when and where did you start drag?
I started drag at a bar called the Rainbow Room. Yes. Well, actually, I started drag. I was at a gay bar, wasn't supposed to be there, and a queen looked at me and said, "Oh my God, you look like Missy Elliott. You want to do 1-2 step?" And I'm like, "Sure." And the rest is history.
Okay.
Yeah, actually. So, yeah, a queen put me on stage because she needed somebody. So she used me, but...
Okay. Usually that's how it happens for me. I need somebody to help me out with something. I make one of my kids help me. And we love that. And now look at you now. You're a grown professional woman.
I am. Okay, so I do want to address one thing.
Okay.
Lovely intro. Thank you so much for that. I love it. I do not consider myself legendary. I'm not old enough to be legendary, actually. And I have made a few statements. I have set a few trends. I have done a few things, but I'm not legendary yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's like modest. You like it?
No, because it's legendary queens who does not get their flowers.
Yeah.
And I'm not up there with those girls.
I feel that.
And I have to be respectful.
I feel like you gotta have years and years and years to be the legacy or legendary.
Yes. Experience.
Maybe
is
you're
a lot. A journey.
Okay, I'll say you're an iconic queen. How about that?
Most definitely. I'll take that.
Yes, we love
everything
it.
Iconic. Shoes, hair, look, lips.
I love it. Honestly, Mia, you're one of my biggest drag inspirations, and like I really appreciate that you're, always there for me when I have questions and when whatever happens, and I'm like, Mia Cole, what is your professional opinion?
I try to be, and honestly, I think everyone needs a little fairy godmother in their life to help guide them. I think that is one thing that today's generation is missing. Those kind of mean, those stern, I'm not going to say mean, those stern godmothers who, help you along your way, who will tell you the honest to God truth, but mean it with love,
Instead of the, parents that just claim you and don't actually help you.
Oh, it's a lot of those.
Okay, it's a lot of people in here with no home training. And I can't believe it. But it's okay because we're here to talk about some things and maybe just shed a light on the issue. And maybe if you're not a professional queen and you're watching this, you'll say, hey, if I do that, maybe I'll be professional. And there's always room for growth, baby. If there's one thing Mia Cole taught me, it's that I need to grow and elevate.
Yeah, I think as an entertainer, it's very important to grow, and I think we all are still growing.
Absolutely.
Things changes every day. Fashion changes every day. You just have to grow with the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in my opinion.
So, just so that people may get to know you a little bit and some of the things you've done, what are some of your accomplishments in drag?
Actually, my biggest accomplishment in drag is being comfortable with myself. That's first and foremost. Other than that, I have won 22 titles. I have been able to travel all over Michigan, Ohio, all over Ohio. Some parts of Kentucky, you know.
Okay. She's been around.
Yeah, I am a part of a wonderful, wonderful brunch troupe called the Michigan Drag Brunchettes.
Okay. We love them.
I am on Housecast at Rumors Nightclub.
Ooh. Former Miss Professional Rumors Nightclub.
So,
Former Miss Drag Queen of the Year.
yeah.
Former Miss Battle Creek Pride.
Wow, forgot about that one.
Uh-oh. Well, it's okay. I'm your Kurt, baby. So, bitch, it's about me. I'm just kidding. Oh, shoot. Okay, so, we asked you your accomplishments. What are some of your goals in drag? What are some things you want to see in yourself in the future?
Actually, well, being here, I'm pushing myself because I was one of those queens that is terrified of freaking social media because I'm what you call a snapback queen.
Uh-oh.
For every action is a reaction, so, you know, somebody says something harsh to me, I want to, like, snap back, and I had to learn how to
handle yourself professionally?
No, it ain't that. It ain't that. I just, you know, people are going to be people, and I just had to learn how to take my own advice. Because I always tell people, like, girl, why do you care about what people think and about what they say? I just don't want to become a meme, I guess.
Okay.
You know?
So what's your goal with it? Is to be better at social media?
Yes, actually. I'm trying to create a bigger social media presence, and excuse me, I actually would like to travel more outside of Michigan, actually.
I love that. Well, I also am trying to build a social media presence. So if you guys are enjoying this show and you really like this, maybe this is something we can actually do once a month and keep up and get some followers and some attention online. That would be nice.
Why not?
Hell yeah.
I love that.
Okay, so I have another question for you. What does it mean to be a professional queen?
That's a good question, actually. To me, I think it's several things. You have, first of all, and you have to have an attitude, a professional attitude. Some people do not know how to conduct themselves, and that is crazy to me. I think you should always carry yourself a certain way, dress a certain way, and like I said, act a certain way. I mean, it's a thin line because people think because you have years in the game that make you professional, and in my opinion, I don't think so. So it's a thin line.
It's your behavior that makes you professional.
For me, and the way you conduct and handle your business. Yeah.
I agree.
It's about the growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how you handle situations and
In my opinion, yes.
and how you present yourself.
In my opinion, yes. Because people might not agree.
Okay.
You know?
What's the difference between a drag show and a drag pageant?
A drag show, you get paid.
Okay.
You get tips during the numbers and get paid at the end of the night. And the pageant, you just
gamble.
Oh my God, it is a gamble. It is a gamble. But no, a pageant, you're supposed to be at your best. Everything that
To
you
the
have
T.
been taught and done. Yeah, elevated.
Mm-hmm.
Elevated. Because a pageant is a gamble. You never know. It's someone's gonna win, someone's gonna lose. It's about who's lucky that night.
Okay.
And some girls can come in because girls have thought, oh, I have won a pageant with a $30 gown.
Okay.
And girls have had beautiful beaded gowns, but it's about that confidence. And when you walk on stage, you're selling yourself. So you have to sell that product.
That
and
has to fit you just right. It has to be.
Yes. And that's one thing I am good at is selling things.
Yes, we love that.
So, yeah.
Speaking of selling things, you can follow us on OnlyFans. Just kidding. Near that. Well, Mia, I feel like I really got to know you there. That was really nice and special.
I hope they gotten to know me too.
Yes. So at this time, we are going to bring out our special guest. Our special guest is a Lansing native. She is a trifecta in drag because not only does she perform, she can sew, and she DJs.
Yes, she does. She sews her ass off. Actually, she made a few of my legendary pieces. Also, I'm going to say, it's no tea, but I was coming up and watching this entertainer, and I was like, wow. She was doing some bizarre stuff that people do today, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, no, you had no idea what this was.
Okay. So. Well, without further ado, let's bring her out. Y'all like this in honor of DJ Clubkid.
Hey, ladies, hey everybody. Wow.
Oh my God, this outfit is
We'll get into it. Let me not knock over anything, but just get into it. Get into it.
It's always a look.
And she made it.
Of course.
And she made it. That's hot.
Cheers, my dears. It's my honor to be here. Thank you for having me. What a lovely introduction. Thank you so much. Thank all of you for tuning in. Cheers.
Yes, I was being a good girl and decided not to drink.
Good for you.
Yes.
Most definitely.
I'm being bad.
Okay, I feel that. So yeah, thank you for joining our show. I'm really excited. You're one of the most iconic queens in Michigan, in my opinion.
And you're right. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yes.
Yes.
So tell me about the look.
This look, so the other day I had a party. We did 90s country, and it is such a favorite little pocket of music for me. Shania Twain, Jody Messina, your Faith Hill, your Leanne Rimes. I just got totally in. So that was the inspiration for this. And I also have done this coat and did Reba McEntire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fancy. I did it in Battle Creek with You Girls for Pride.
Yes.
And this coat actually is made out of my late grandfather who passed, his jeans, and so it actually is very sentimental to me. And that he encouraged me and my grandparents encouraged me to sew and create the bizarre, as you said, things. So it's carrying a part of my family with me, and especially with that country vibe and 90s vibe. So that's the inspiration and behind this look.
Okay.
And so were you working, were you DJing, or were you entertaining?
See, I was DJing, and I was so happy because I got to play so much of that music that I haven't even heard in such a long time. And everybody got in. They were doing their little boot, scoot, and boogie and all this type of stuff. Kickball change.
Is that where they doing the line dance?
They were doing the kickball change, and there was all these queer people and a handful of people that we knew. It was a private party, birthday party, so it wasn't a ton of people there, but it was a lot of fun. And it was a lot of queer people. Trifecta, who you mentioned, you were introducing me, the 1, the 2, the 3 type trifecta. She was there, and she was doing some of the line dancing, and it was so queer and cute, and I was getting my life. I was really getting my life. Yes, kickball change.
See, what I like about you as a DJ, because most DJs do not do this, you dress the part for it. That's why I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, I love to dress the part. It gets me in the mood.
If I come in and I just got a t-shirt on and I see the DJ dressed like this, bitch, I'm gonna feel bad.
Okay.
That is crazy.
Well, I don't want to make anybody feel bad. I do want to encourage people to do their best, because we used to come out. You talked about coming out a little while ago, we shall say, and people would dress up. And if there was a theme, you would dress to the theme, and you would dress to the nines, and that was a part of going out. And half of going out was getting ready and preparing the look. So kids today, I don't necessarily see that as much, especially just with like kids going out. But that's a whole different thing.
Well,
but yeah, I like the dress up.
secret to anything no more either. So
There's that.
You
There's
know,
that.
it's the always to get ready with me, and then once the bitch put the blush on, who cares?
Okay, or the lash.
Or the lash.
The lash.
She said a magician never reveals their secrets.
And that's how I feel. I would
Okay.
never, ever do a get ready with me because I think, why would I tell you what I do? What my little secrets? No. You will see it when it's done.
Ta-da.
You don't see Beyonce showing a get ready with me.
Bitch, I feel that.
Or Reba McEntire. Or the legendary Dolly Parton. None of them girls.
Okay.
No, y'all see them all did up. You ain't never
I'm
seen
here
Dolly
for the
without
show.
her drag.
And you ain't seen her without gloves. You have not seen her without her drag. Exactly. Her
Okay.
eyeliner, her
She's
wig.
going to be up in her dress.
Oh, and I live for that. I
Doesn't she
live
have
for
like
her.
the latex hand?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
She has
people say
something.
that.
She always has her
Hey,
hands
it is
covered,
indeed.
and I do
Okay.
feel. I feel that.
And
bitch.
I don't care what nobody say. If you play back that "Does He Love You" video with her and Reba McEntire, I swear she got a breastplate on. Just saying.
Word.
I think she got a breastplate on. It's,
Okay,
it's
we're not gonna
very
pull that up before
arm.
we get out of
It's
here.
very hand and chest match.
Oh, Mia, speaking of
puppet
breastplates,
master.
No, this is real.
I was gonna say, I can see
Oh.
your,
No, that's real, baby. You see.
Okay. Okay, the cleavage.
the titties
We're
are-
in Cleveland.
I think we
I
all
don't know if y'all
kinda
know
got some
Cleveland.
cute cleavage today. We look
I
good.
love it.
Yes. We got our picture projected on the wall. I would like to mention my producer, Jonathan. He's sitting over here. He's helping us out. He's producing this.
Hi, Jonathan.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah, he really hooked us up. Y'all like our set? Is
It's
it
so
cute?
cute. It is so cute.
Yes.
It looks good on camera too.
I know, right? Okay, so let's get into some questions. Mia, we both have this, so feel free to jump into if you have a question. I have a question. What are your favorite garments to sew?
I love a coat. I love a nasty coat. It just gives me life.
Okay.
It takes it to another level because you can wear a coat can elevate so many simple things.
Uh-huh.
So many. It just it's
And
a
we love a
bad
good
bitch in a
reveal
coat.
moment.
Yeah. And some coats are so good that we're not. This
Okay.
is part of the look, baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to.
She
drop
might
everything
start
out.
closed, but she opened it. But she ain't taking
There we
it
go.
off.
There we go. There we go.
Who are your favorite people to sew for?
I have to be real. Mia Cole is just a muse, my muse. I love to sew for Mia.
Thank you.
And I'm saying that honestly, and you know that we've talked about
Yeah.
this before. She is a muse to me, and because you have this effervescence, and you can pull off anything, and you just light up when the cameras come on you, or even like when it's you're beautiful and you just have a beauty and a shine and a glow from within. And I have never met the lady, but I heard. no, wait. I heard Lindsay Lohan is that same way, that she just lights up, and you have that star quality and impact. Yeah, I never met the lady, but it's a pleasure. It's my pleasure.
I hope they put me in some Hallmark movies like Lizzie knows.
Bitch, I can see it. I would love it.
Oh my God,
Okay.
Christmas with Cole.
Branded. Let's do
Please, if
Let's
I
do
got them
it.
out there.
I'll be like the neighbor, like in Reba McEntire, the blonde lady that's her husband's new wife, and
You're
you
gonna
can't get
work
rid of
your
her.
way into my contract.
Oh yeah.
Oh, because you said without the show I wouldn't have got the offer.
Okay. Yep.
I feel it.
Package deal.
Okay.
I feel it. What is your favorite piece you have made, whether you have sold it or still have it, like your
Okay.
all-time
Okay.
legendary piece?
I have some. Obviously, right now I'm thinking of this one that I have on.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of this, and I've wanted to make this for a long time. Also, we're talking about you, and I'm not blowing smoke, but that tutu, the Mickey Mouse tutu, I love that. I love the way that you wear that.
And if y'all know Cole, y'all know
That's
every
her favorite
Halloween,
garment.
every
I love
birthday.
that.
Okay.
I love that. I
Oh
love
my
that. Love
God,
that. Love
I'm
that. And that one
so
has a
glad
little
you did
sentimental
it.
value to me too. Some of those Mickey Mouse pieces were parts of my childhood bed set, and so to know that you still wear it and you still get life out of it.
It's with TT Cole, baby. It's gonna be with TT.
Yeah. It's always trying to
That's
put love into
awesome.
my stuff. A lot of outfits that I make for Delicious have been fabulous and favorite outfits.
yes.
But my one that takes the cake, and I'll just say it very quickly, bitch. The Walmart bag dress from Amateur Power Diva. I want to say 2010.
Okay.
It was the Walmart dress that started the Walmart dresses, and a lot of girls have done bags and Walmart and Save a Lot and whatever
All
out
things.
But I made that. That is one thing that I made, and
Okay.
it was Walmart, big poofy sleeves and this like how do you say skirt? A humongous skirt. It was fabulous. I
So
peed.
that was the first time I seen you, but it wasn't Power Diva. It was
maybe GG's.
Gigi.
Royal Amateur.
Royal Amateur.
Yep.
And I.
That would have been my hand down, I think.
It was your hand down.
Yes.
I competed. I lost big time. Was driving up the street with my gown hanging out the window trying to dry it because it was super wet. It was bad.
Work.
It was bad. Victoria Sanchez painted me, and I was your color.
Oh, I
no
love
shade.
that.
Oh
I
my
love that
god.
for you.
Pancake. It was bad, and the girls laughed me out of there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they laughed me out of there.
But look where you've come to now. You know,
Okay.
humble beginnings. And I feel that. Humble
It was
beginnings.
so bad.
It was one of the 3 times she ever failed.
Bitch, I looked back at that and it was so bad too.
I lost
for me.
by 1 point though.
There you go.
Isis and Al beat me by 1 point, but it was bad. And D'Angelo came up to me and she said, "Baby, if you need help, just let me know."
And she knew you needed it.
Okay.
But she wanted you to say that for
It
yourself.
was, and I used to get so upset when the legendary girls would come up to me and be like, "Oh, you're great, but you need this and you need that," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, bitch! If one more bitch tell me anything about anything,
What I need to do."
But now I get it, and I do thank them because I took a little bits and pieces of it and maneuvered, and you know, one queen told me, "Miss Thing, you're fabulous, but why don't you wear body? Why don't you wear bra?" And I'm like, "Bitch, I'm a woman. I don't need all of that.
Okay.
You need that." Now,
She loved her
oh
bra.
my god.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you ask them for their advice?
No,
And that's the thing.
absolutely not.
That's the thing. Do you now
But I asked to be booked.
that part and you
that's
wanted to
what
come
it was.
back?
Yeah.
I feel
So
that.
the lady who told me I need to wear a bra and body. Well, it was Nikki Stevens. I walked up to her and I was like, "Hey,"
We weren't
all
gonna
of
name
my
drop,
girl-
but that's okay.
I mean, it's no tea.
I'm just
It's no
kidding.
tea.
That's not bad.
I'm like, all of my girls are getting booked, and bitch, I'm not getting booked. I mean, not in those words, but. And she puffed her cigarette. Bitch.
Yes, she did.
And she looked at me and said, "Well," and I said, "You know," and she goes, "You need to wear a bra. You need to wear body, and we'll talk." And I thought that was the meanest shit, and I'm like, "Okay, bitch, I don't give a fuck. I would never work at Gigi's. Who gives a fuck?" I talked to my drag mom at the time, and I was like, "Yeah, that bitch Nikki Stevens told me I need to wear a bra and body," and she like, "Yeah, you do." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Probably went a week to end up competing in a pageant, Miss Woodward, and I got body, and I won the pageant, and those pictures was amazing, bitch, and I felt like a new woman, and I'm like,
Okay.
never taking it off. You know how when they say, when you're 16 and you get your first car and you're riding and all this and all that, I feel like when you get your first pair of hips that's right, bitch, that's your rite of passage, you know. Oh my god, but yeah.
Okay, we love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I ask one more question? The follow-up question. So you didn't ask for that advice, but you asked
did
for a
not.
booking.
I did ask for a booking.
Do you offer the girls unsolicited advice? If you see Miss Thing, you say, "Oh, she needs body. Oh, she needs this. She needs that." Will you tell them?
If they're close to me, yes. If not, no. It's
Right.
not my business.
'Cause they didn't
It's
ask.
honestly not my business.
You don't know how they're gonna take it or whatever,
And
they
I
don't
do not
care.
know how they're gonna take it. And once again, it is not my business. Now, if they come up to me and say, "Hey, Mia, what do you think I need?" Okay, well, I'll pull my list out. And here we go. Because now you done stepped into
You opened it up.
Yes,
But they gonna be
if
honest.
you can look how you want to look, baby. It is not my business. If those people receive you that way, they're gonna receive you that way. Now, would I book you that way? Absolutely not.
There you go.
There we go. Yeah.
I feel that. So that kind of ties in with one of the other questions I had. So I'll go ahead and ask that one now. How do you guys feel about non-entertainers critiquing and judging drag entertainers?
That is a tricky question. Go ahead.
It all boils down to solicited or unsolicited advice, and it also goes into your experience or your taste or your position, or do you have a leg to stand on? Do you have any credibility behind your opinion? Because we all got opinions, and they say they're like assholes. We don't want to hear yours.
Exactly.
That's why I said it could be tricky, because you know that person that's not doing drag could be a seamstress though, and knows a way around a garment.
Yeah.
Or it could be a makeup artist.
What about
and knows a way around the face?
The gay person that just goes to all the shows? They've never done drag. They've always wanted to do drag.
Thank you for tipping.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for tipping.
We do appreciate you so much.
Thank you for tipping.
Yeah.
You know.
But the opinion is not asked for. Unless the girls are asking for it, then by all means share.
Okay, and I'll just put it out there. I've been doing drag for quite some time. I actually do it as a living. I'm one of those girls that are lucky enough to be able to pay my bills with it. So with that being said, I don't need anybody's opinion. Don't care for it.
General statement, bitch.
Don't care for it. So if you're sitting in the audience and you feel like you need to tell me that my strap was coming down, please save it for yourself.
Okay.
Honestly, because I don't care.
Okay.
I don't care to hear it. I don't care to hear it. I probably meant for it to come down or something.
Okay.
It's
If
always
you don't
a
put
plan.
a wig on,
If you
and a
make
lash on,
people
we don't
aware
care.
of something bad, they feel bad about themselves.
If you don't got the velop at the end, the tips are always welcome. Thank you. But if you don't have my velop at the end of the night,
your say doesn't matter.
yeah. And that person
So
ain't got the
just save
velop, they don't really matter either.
I feel that.
But we do appreciate them.
Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate a good velop.
Okay.
But
I also accept compliments.
I did.
That's
you should
sweet.
try that. Don't read people, give them compliments.
Yeah. What did you like?
Okay,
Yeah.
that part.
Yes, what did you like?
So let's get into a little bit. I have a spicy question for you. What are your pet peeves in drag? What are some of the things that happen in the drag world that really irk your Birkin? Don't ask me what that was.
Yes, irk your
what that
Birkin.
means.
It's probably a
Oh,
lot
you
of
know
them.
what that means. A Battle Creek.
So I beat this dead horse, but yeehaw, baby. It is smelling completely funky. We know that drag has an odor. I do encourage people to wash their drag. But when your body has come in unwashed, I am not talking about any specific person. It happens sometimes. It happened to me once, a long time ago. And that's when I learned, bitch, you're funky. And it's clocky. And we're not going to let that happen again.
Okay.
So being funky, and the reason why it's rude and it's such a pet peeve is because we are all breathing the same air.
Yes, we
Some girls go out there and they do their flips and their tricks, and they're coming back and they're huffing and puffing.
Some girls don't
Covered in
do the
sweat
flips.
and-
And they still come back huffing and puffing. And that's me too.
Me too.
And
Yeah,
I don't
it's
need to
always
be smelling your
sweaty, but
I've
phone.
always
So,
been a fast walker, yeah.
yeah. Figure eight. Figure eight, bitch.
Yeah. My thing is a little help with that. You all don't throw those sweaty clothes in that suitcase right away, baby. Let it air out. You got all night. Let it air out.
Okay.
And then put it on up in there. Let it dry, because if you put it in there damp, it's gonna accumulate a little smell.
Yes, it will.
I
And
learned to
then
put
now
it in a
you
bag
smell
so it
damp.
stays open.
Yeah.
If
and
you put it in a
smell
suitcase, you close it,
Yeah.
you gotta let it breathe.
And also, people like, that's a kink though.
And it is.
So
It is
I
a
don't
must-see.
be knowing if this
Here's-
if it's a statement or
I'm all for kink, bitch.
situation.
I'm into that type of
Yeah.
stuff.
But I don't have to be into your kink, so.
That's the thing. There's a line of
Sometimes
consent,
it's
and there's a
spill over.
line of the public does. I think that's tacky to
Sometimes
include the
spill over.
public in your kink without consent.
Yeah,
That's inappropriate.
I agree.
Because consent is paramount.
Okay. Any other ones?
I have a pet peeve as on the DJ side, not on the drag side.
Yes.
Some girls always are notorious for waiting to the last minute to send the music. I try to make it clear, send the music at X amount of time. I get it, I am a performer. I know maybe the outfit didn't come, maybe you have this concept, you're trying to lock in the words, whatever can I get so-and-so to come do this other part? Whatever it is, I get it. But baby, send that music in. Some people do
I don't
such
get it. I don't get it.
I do get it, because we're from back in the day where you would show up to the thing with the
With the
CD.
CD.
Maybe you have 3 tracks on your CD. Maybe
Hold
you
it.
have.
You said we're.
We are.
Yeah, we are. And they want to make that a fine line. They always say, oh, y'all old and y'all da. So we are. We
I'm
are.
proud. I'm proud
if
to have
the-
the
yeah,
years
I
that
get
I
that.
have.
So with what I'm saying
Yes.
is, what's the excuse? They don't know no CD.
They don't.
It's flash drive tees.
It is.
It is no excuse.
For me,
if
it's
I'm
email.
asking
Fish.
you,
It's email.
well, see, and if I'm asking you to send your music the night before the show,
That's a fair fucking. Excuse me for cussing.
as an MC,
No, we're
as an
good.
MC, that
It's
pisses
YouTube.
me off.
I don't wanna.
No,
You know, cut
as
your
an
people
MC,
off.
that makes me mad as well because now I feel like I have to deal with the situation. And now my DJ is uncomfortable, which makes me uncomfortable.
Well, I won't be uncomfortable. It's just that we're gonna have to rush. You know, there's gonna be a moment where somebody's going to have a flash drive, or we're gonna have to try to connect to the Wi-Fi on the people, and it's never for sure thing. I like to
Moving right
have my
along.
music
Yeah,
for
moving
sure.
right along. The
Yeah,
number is
in the
skipped.
order.
It might have to be.
The number is
It might have to
skipped.
be. And some people get that comfortable thing, and they're notorious for it. There are people who are notorious for it, and I wouldn't.
I try to
choose
send
to book
a
that
double.
person.
If I feel like I'm going to, I know I'm going to switch my song depending on the audience. I try to send a double and be like, hey, heads up, I'm just going to send these two because I don't know which one I'm
That's
going to do
fine.
yet.
That's
and, you know, so it's already done.
I get that.
I'm not going to.
I do
like,
that too sometimes.
have
Send an extra one.
a situation, you know. I think it's, I don't know.
Can I
don't
share
know
with
if
you
it's
guys
all that.
something?
It's no
that-
big T. It's just a pet peeve. Yes. Let's see.
something that I like to do, and like it makes me feel really professional, and I feel like it's kind of fun when I'm putting together a drag show. I really like to do the lineup. Like it's a science. Like these girls are only doing 2 numbers. These ones are doing whatever.
I know.
This person's hosting. This person's hosting. They gotta be. But I'm so OCD about it that like I'll have the lineup like 2 weeks before the show and sent to the DJ, and
I love that. I love prepared. I love thinking ahead of time, and it is a magic and a science to it, and how you set up the next one, how you roll out of this one, and we assume we know what so and so's flavors are going to be, and they're going to do what they're going to do.
I'm such a last minute queen. I'm telling you, I do not think about none of that shit. I just. The
show
only
up
thing
with a
I think
flash
about is a
drive
look,
and
how I'm going to go out here and introduce myself to these people and talk to them, get the crowd riled up, and bring on this first person. And once I do that,
you know, I feel
It's
like
second nature, and that's why you don't have to think about
that's
it.
why I'm like,
I think that's why you don't worry.
I feel like that's why you and I work good together. Because you're really good at talking and doing, like, being the main host and doing all that. And I'm really good at the behind the scenes, like, booking the girls, getting the lineup, getting the group chat together. You know, I like the business of it.
I don't like dealing with none of that.
But, you know, once you're the person doing the business of it, it's your money that the pot gets dipped into sometimes.
Yeah. And
But
make a sacrifice.
That's not right.
It is.
Yeah,
But
I
hate
hate
that.
shows you make a sacrifice. You know, it's a gamble, especially if it's a door situation.
Yeah. And you know what's
I'm
another
sure we
pet
all
peeve? Let's just be
been there.
real. How about when the person with the bell comes up to you and say, "Ooh, you know, it was such and such type of thing tonight, and can we make or break? You know, a little deal." And but you have to understand it's coming out of my pocket. And I'm like, I hate that for you that it's coming out of your pocket, but I would much rather it come out of your pocket than mine.
Right.
Or what else, you know? So I do hate that, and it's a funny thing. But that is being part of professionalism.
Exactly.
That's part of
You
business.
signed up to be Miss Lady.
Yeah.
So Miss Lady better come
And
through.
you signed up to have the lady come over, so do you
Okay.
have what you said you was going to do?
The last person that did that to a person that I know, I stopped dealing with them because I felt like I introduced you to this person and now you messing up my situation. Although it did not damage my relationship with that person. However, I still do not talk to the other person. because-
I completely feel the same.
Yeah.
I completely feel the same.
That's so unprofessional.
Completely late.
They were very
completely late.
unprofessional.
And it's a
and
bad
that person
reputation.
was my kid that was supposed to be my kid that did it. So. Yeah.
So, let's change it up a little bit. And one last little topic before we go and have a little bit of fun.
Yes.
I do want to use this as a platform in order to give you guys an opportunity to speak on it. But I would like to hear about your guys' trans identity and your experience in the drag community. Whether like if you've been affected, like if they treat you differently, or if you feel like it's like, what's your opinion?
So my experience is a little different from most of my sisters because I did not transition in the community. I came in the community already
Being trans?
Being trans, yeah. So, people had no choice but to respect me. They didn't have no past to hold against me or anything of that nature. So I've been able to survive and move and been respected for the most part. Um, it's a struggle, but I'm not gonna say it's my struggle. It's a struggle for most of my sisters, and I see that. And sometimes, I want to get out there and fight, but sometimes, a sister look at you and say, "Oh, this has nothing to do with you," or "You can't tell me what I know," and you're like, "Okay, I get it, because your fight is not my fight."
It's the Lord's.
Yeah. So I don't if
it hasn't affected you negatively.
It has not been negative.
Good.
It has not. Yeah.
Good. I don't think it's affected me in a negative way. I think sometimes it's brought as like a tokenism aspect is what I can say and observe. And there's sometimes that people just put their foot in their mouth when they're dealing with trans people or trans identity or the umbrella of queerness or the questions that they may have, and they see you as somebody who's a public figure. Like I said, they put their foot in their mouth, and that's on them to learn and grow. But I wouldn't say people have discriminated against me or they just sometimes say stupid stuff.
Right.
Where it's like, if you just thought about that for a couple more seconds, I bet you wouldn't have said that.
I think like being trans in the gay community is like being on a cheerleader team. Either you're popular or you're not. That's one of the things. I mean, I don't see it being like, we do have an assholes. We do have people who disrespect. But I think sometimes, for the most part, most trans women are uplifted until you piss the one person off, and then they try to dead name. Yeah,
that is tea about pretty privilege, and I think it's so tacky with the dead naming, and sometimes, at least in the day. See, now it's a lot better than it was in the day. The girls would misgender other girls down, and it's so late to me because that's a certain disrespect that you're showing your own self and a certain misery that you have of your own company.
You're projecting onto them.
Thank you for summing it up. That's exactly right. And so sometimes it's more other girls trying to cut other girls down than the other people.
Do you feel like the gay boys are the ones that do that, or do you feel like it's other trans people, or?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I think trans men and women we have hell coming from the cisgender community, from our community, from the world. The world. Some go wrong, blame a trans person, and that has been a thing. That has been my knowledge, my, thing.
The world is like that right now. It's not even an opinion or anything else. It's like that.
And also, I do know that a lot of people love to use trans as a costume. And this week I'm trans, and then next week, because it got too hard, you stepped out of it. I would like to say, people, being trans is not a costume. This is not something we take off and on. This is something we have to live with. This is something we choose to live with. This is our life. So because people use the word gatekeep, like, oh, you gatekeeping. No, we're protecting. We're protecting because we have let everyone in and let y'all play y'all game and all this, and look what happened. We have no one to protect us.
That's tea. A lot of people would play a distance. Yeah.
And we have no one to protect us because guess what? The costume that y'all choose to play in, y'all could take that off and go to y'all jobs and live y'all lives. And we're just like, oh.
And it's like real legislation out there that's like, that's happening, and like, who knows where the world goes.
It is, but the another thing is being trans. It's kind of like a superpower because we are so used to being discriminated against. We know how to deal with it, and we know how to move accordingly and exist in the world. So I do believe that my trans brothers and sisters will be all right for the most part. And
I also want to acknowledge, like we said, there is some see within the internal hating within the community that stems from, like you said, projection. But overwhelmingly, it is support within the queer community for each other, for people who are vocal and out there. That's been my experience, and even the allies and patrons and all that. It's overwhelmingly positive within the community.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of outside hate, you know. And we go to small towns sometimes, and there are a lot of people who would like to come out and you know, see the circus in town and laugh and gawk and give us their money. But there are a lot of those small town people who don't want us there.
Right.
And that, for me, is the scary part. Is not the internal hatred, which does exist, but like Mia was saying, we get it from every side in the outside world, or you know, in you know, straight culture.
The drag queens, you know, they were targeted and stuff, but like you said, us, the gay boys, we can take it off and we're safe. You know, you would be in danger because you can't take your drag off like that. I mean, I've seen you out of drag, but that's a big difference.
I'm out of drag today.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
it sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, you know, I love trans people. I think it's so interesting.
Me too.
I really do, like, and I feel protective over you guys. If I ever see anybody say anything, like, I will literally punch them in the face. And I'm a Leo, I get super protective, and I think it's important that anybody out here...
Sometimes it's just best to walk away.
Yeah, for real. Anybody, whether you're cisgender, trans, gay, if you're watching this video, you need to be an ally and support the trans people and the gay people and really just everybody. Just quit being an asshole. And that's my professional opinion.
I completely agree.
I'm gonna say look into it and get to know a trans person, because I'm going to honestly be for real with you. You know how you say you need to be an ally. I don't want to force anybody to support me.
Okay.
I don't want to force anybody to support me, because that means it's not real. When you force someone, it's not real. Get to know a trans person and talk to them, hear their story, hear them out.
Yeah, but see, they might get to know the wrong one and it's a bad experience for them.
True.
I'm just kidding. But
There's
that's
bad
with
bitches in
anybody
everybody.
for anything. Okay, well, I think that concludes the first little part of the show.
Yay.
The getting to know each other, talking a little bit.
Yes.
So I have a couple of segments planned for you. Ooh, a little bit of fun, some questions and some things. So the first segment is called Hot Takes.
Hot.
So hot.
Oh yeah, so hot. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys some questions, and we're not gonna go too in depth like we did in the interview. We're just what's your opinion? How do you feel about queens who don't wear body or put in the work to create the illusion of female impersonation?
I would not book them.
If the body is right, if it's proportional, if it works, I'm for it. You know, I would be a hypocrite because I used to not wear breasts. I used to not wear body. But for whatever reason, it worked. I can't get into skin, but it can't be looking
It has to
crazy.
look good.
It has to look good.
Period. How does social media affect your presence in the drag community for the better and or for the worse?
Somebody's always watching. Honestly,
I kind of bite my tongue on social media. There's a lot more cunty shit that I want to say, a lot of cunty shit that I think about that I would love to cut into bitches. But you know, that's not helpful. That's not saying everybody say love or being an ally or anything like that.
Okay.
But it becomes a sort of, it doesn't feel authentic sometimes. Oh, come to this show, come to do this. No, you want to know what I want to say about these other bitches.
Okay.
So that's how it affects me.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely feel like I need to work on my social media presence. Sometimes I like to post some controversial things, but
Me too.
you know, I try to at least make it vague. And if you know, you know. If the shoe fits, then you should probably take it off and throw it away.
Oh.
How much should a professional drag queen get paid for a drag show, and how does one create a booking fee?
That is not my place to set somebody else's pay. I believe you set your own pay because you are a self-contractor.
How do you go about your price?
What do you feel like you're worth? What do you feel like you're worth?
I like to charge $100 to do a show.
That's how you go about your price.
Okay, it's really up to you.
I think it has a lot to do with, like you were saying, how to set your price is going to have a lot to do with your draw, your accolades, the things that you've put in, the things that people know you for, and if you can bring it.
Okay.
And I will put a number on it, and I think in the ballpark of $100 is a fair place to start thinking about. Maybe you decide it's lucrative for me to go a little bit lower. Maybe actually I need to go a little bit higher. But I think $100 is a fair place to start thinking about.
Yes. I truly believe that too.
And, sometimes you might, depending on who's booking you, you might want to wheel a deal in order to, drag's a hustle. So if you might not be getting paid in money, but your girlfriend is going to do your show at a thing, and that's a payment too. I'm working and you're working.
Yeah, transaction.
Yeah, and do remember, it's okay to negotiate. It's two answers, yes or no.
Okay.
It's okay to negotiate. Don't be scared to ask for a certain amount, because guess what? Makeup costs, gas costs, that costume you got on costs, and if they're going to read you about the same costume, hey, pay me.
And what other amenities? Like you were saying, it's not always about point. Let's talk about a tab. Let's talk about beverages. Let's talk about snacks and things. Let's talk about gas money. Let's talk about lodging.
Is this person I'm bringing, can they get in for free? I mean, they am I right? Things like that.
It's all negotiation.
That's
as long as you get paid and you're happy, then I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
All right. So how do you feel about entertainers sexualizing their presence in their performance, i.e., like touching the audience and stripping on stage and performing sexy songs?
I live for it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I do love skin, and I used to and still can if I want to show skin and sexualize. And I think that is hot in the right context.
Yeah.
That we're all understanding what's going on. The touching unconsenting, I think that is a thing of the past and something that shouldn't be done without permission or without some understanding. But I'm all for sexy.
Yeah,
I agree.
I don't mind. I'm not a person that touch an audience member though. But I guess as far as being sexual, I would put my titties in their face and put the money in the mailbox. And they'll put the money in the mailbox and
let them touch you.
So yeah, I don't mind, but I do not like. I'm not going to touch a guy or a woman, or I just don't touch. Because you never know. Just because a person got a smile, they might not want to be touched. I'm a person that don't like to be touched.
I agree. I don't like to be touched sometimes. And
I'm awkward at a drag show. I'm literally like, here, get this dollar and don't
do too much.
Oh my God, please just go, yeah. So serious.
I have worked at shows where they said, like stripper shows. I've worked with a lot of strippers, and you can put your hands up in an X if you don't want them to touch you. There's things that, please don't touch. Please don't touch.
Okay. So what we do with a drag queen at a drag show? I want to know personally. When I'm at a drag show.
No, I know of experience recently where Mia Cole and I went to a drag show and Mia got touched.
I did get touched. We didn't even know it was a drag show though.
Yeah.
It was just a club night.
And somebody walked up to you and it's weird. I mean.
And did this.
And
say you didn't feel it. And I said, excuse the hell out of me. Yes, I did.
See, that's them trying to clock, and I don't care for that. Because sometimes, like you're saying, the gay boys.
And it was a gay boy. An ugly gay boy that had a wig on.
They want to touch too
much.
It
was an ugly gay boy that had a wig on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dead. So yeah, don't fucking do that. Don't.
I was gonna bring you back to life.
Evanescence, baby, bring me back.
Okay.
Where?
How do you guys feel about performing in front of kids, children?
Well, you don't do your explicit stuff right there. Like those are mutually exclusive.
That's for the gay bar night.
I guess if it's a public event and they're welcome to the pride and stuff, then that's great. And everybody is knowing, okay, this is a family-friendly event. But I don't go out of my way to do the libraries and things like that. That's not my ministry. I don't necessarily want to do birthday clown activities for the children.
I feel that, and same. I don't mind performing in front of kids, like at a pride event. I do not like hosting in front of kids.
Say that.
Yeah, because that bitch word slips out.
Oh, baby.
Or how to
say the wrong thing.
Yeah, I stay, and once I get on that microphone, I get y'all know. Oh, y'all know, and I scream and I cuss and because I like to have a good time.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm entertaining myself on the microphone. Yeah. So I don't want to host in front of kids. I'd rather go ahead and do my safe performance because I don't do nothing too crazy anyway.
Right. You know what the track is going to say.
Yeah. And that's about it.
Well, I don't know what this mouth is going to say.
Oh, my God.
I'd be surprised, too.
Oh, my God. And if I'm... Oh, my God. Yeah.
So, I feel like my biggest concern at a drag show with children is my own safety. Because I know that the kids are going to be safe because I know who I am and what I'm going to be doing or presenting. But you never know whose baby daddy found out that their kid is in the show and shows up while I'm in my princess gown and comes in the back of the room in one shot.
We live in the Midwest. Yeah. We're in Michigan, so yeah, I mean, it can happen, but it
I
don't
feel like
happen.
that's the most likely.
I think we are a lot more open-minded here, and if they don't feel it, they not gonna have. If the man don't feel it, most definitely the wife don't feel it. So, the kids won't be around it, and the people who come to our drag shows are allies.
They know
and their
about it,
families
and
all of that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
but I do have to say, I think that's a valid concern, and I think a
is.
lot of people have had concerns and feelings like that for a long time now, and we look at our history in this country and what's happening, and like we talked about, trans and queer people are being targeted unfairly, and it's not crazy for you to be concerned about that.
So are we saying we should not have kids at drag shows? Okay. So when we say kids,
not at the club.
When we say kid, most definitely not at the club. Most definitely not at the club where I work at. But when we say kids, what do we mean? Like,
well, so first of all, I believe that there should be rules. When it's a kids show, it's a whole different kind of show. Everything, rated G for general, like kids bop songs, the Disney princess songs.
Please don't invite Cole. Yes. Yes. I don't know any Disney princess songs.
No, honestly, I just feel like there should be some sort of security and some sort of like firm. Whoever's organizing it needs to be able to have that open communication, like, hey, this is what it is, blah, blah, blah. I want there to be at least, like, 3 of the kids' dads at the doors. And, they need to be the ones protecting us, because if you want us to present this to you. And I'm not against doing it. I love performing for kids. Performing at Pride, I did Whitney Houston, Greatest Love of All, and all the kids were surrounding me, and they were, like, in awe, and I was in my crown, and, like, it was an amazing moment, and I did feel safe. I saw all the people and stuff, but sometimes, like, it's a fear. Like, people hate us so much that they're willing to just show up and with a gun.
So how would you go about that, though? Okay, so here's my thing, because you're like, oh, we have to have the dads in the back. What if it's your show you put together and kids are actually coming?
I will tell you.
So how would you get those? This is your show you put together. So they're going to be like, so
I wouldn't do a show if I didn't already have an audience. So if I do a kids show, it's already a targeted, like...
I'm paying it to the kids, bless their heart.
Yeah,
here's and if you need a DJ, I'd be happy to be there.
Okay.
But here's the game plan, and this was told to me. I'm gonna say the girl's name. We had this conversation at a private little brunch at the buffet place in Grand Rapids that we like to go to.
Okay.
And it was me and Dee Dee and Gabriella Galore was there, and her husband Matthew Stratton Galore was there, and the conversation was, and what it was, because we were worried. It was a topic like, what do we do if they show up? This was probably 2021 when we was first coming back, and we were going into small towns, but they didn't always want us there, and there was threats. There have been threats.
Yeah.
And Gabby said, Bitch, what we do is we bum rush that fucker. And they might take me out or you out, or she said they might take me out, but they're not going to take all of us out. And so that's the game plan. You know, if it comes down to it,
Fight.
tackle that bitch.
Okay.
That's what we do.
Okay.
And everybody who is hearing, it will never come to that. Let's just put that out there. We will not have to deal with these things.
Right.
Hopefully and prayerfully.
We're not putting
But
that out there, but you
should it ever
be
happen,
prepared.
tackle that motherfucking bitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not finna take all these other people.
I mean,
that's and I give that to Gabby,
Uh-huh.
and she won my heart that day
I
as a
agree.
leader in
I
this
think that's
community, and I
awesome.
think she is, and she carries herself as such, and she's a professional and all that. I'm not trying to blow her smoke, but that's where that
She's
idea came
fabulous.
from.
I work with her every
She's-
Sunday
she's
morning.
fab.
One of
She's
my
fab.
brunch sisters.
Absolutely. Okay, so we'll do one more. How do you feel about entertainers who wear the same costumes a lot and or perform the same songs?
No feeling at all.
You don't feel it?
No feeling. It's
Wait.
not my business. Honestly, it's not my business. I think, in my opinion, if I don't like what a queen is presenting, I would not book them. I'm not going to pay you for what I'm not interested in. But other than that, the way you present yourself and do what you're doing, if it's working for you,
Okay.
So you feel like a girl could wear the same 3 outfits and do the same 3 numbers, and it works. It,
not my business.
for me, it works the first time, but when it comes around to that second booking and it's the same patrons, it doesn't always work.
But why we keep booking this girl if it's the same thing she's doing? That's what I'm saying. It's not because it's encouragement. If you keep booking
Yeah,
this
but-
person in, it's the same 3 costumes, y'all.
It's late, right? I do think it's late. I think you should wake it up. I think having a go-to is fine. I think you should be swapping out the outfit. It can be the same silhouette, but you're gonna change the print or the color or the aesthetic.
I will wear the same silhouette.
Silhouette down and the vibe down. Maybe you want to do a ballad. You have a few ballads to choose from. You want to do an upbeat. You have some upbeat to choose from.
Right.
And that is part of having a repertoire. And that to me is part of professionalism. And I do want to say, I know we're headed out of this thing, but I do want to say professionalism is not just for people who are professional. We do
Okay.
expect professionalism from amateurs. It could be your first show, but I want you to have an element of professionalism
yourself,
and conduct
yeah.
yourself and know that this
Please.
is a place of business. And yes, I want you to have fun. I want you to express yourself and live your life. That's what makes this thing fun and worth it. Don't bore me. Have fun.
There we go.
But I do want to see professionalism.
I want to see you step it up and grow every time.
I had an amateur
just do good.
hit me up and say, "Hey girl, you want a booking?" I'm like,
And we love heart, you know, holiday heart. It takes heart. It do take nerve.
Okay.
it was a lot.
So did you take the book?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I told that baby how to address me.
Yeah, hey girl.
Yeah,
Hey,
no, hey
bitch.
girl. I said, baby, Miss Thing, this is not.
So how would
what you-
somebody
not gonna hate
go
girl.
go about booking you?
Not no, hey girl.
Hey girl. Not on Snapchat like, oh, I got a gig.
No. Or please do not bum rush me at no bar. If I'm already at a gig, please do not like, oh, what's your booking fee? Because my head is somewhere else, y'all. I'm working, doing something else, not being rude. I'm just thinking about something else. And I really don't never write anything down. And that's my fault.
Well, I got you a calendar this year for Christmas
You did.
and
I
a dry
have yet to
notebook.
use it. But we're only a few weeks in. Are we only a week in?
We on the first
Yeah.
page of 2025.
Yeah.
I say hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I want you to follow me on Instagram at DJ Clubkid.
Nah.
But hitting me in an email, I don't like. What's your booking fee?
Oh,
in
my
the
God.
dressing room,
Yes,
because
in
it
front
gives
of all
that
these
you're
people.
not even trying to book me, girl. You're
Okay.
trying to get numbers
Okay.
Yeah.
to circulate, and then
Okay.
lowball and
Okay.
all this stuff. And
And
stop
compare and
lowballing.
contrast.
Can we stop lowballing? Can we stop going to the girls? You do a show at such and such a place, and then the other girl wants to, hey, such and such a place. I know y'all do drag shows. Let me cut you a deal, a steal.
my God.
Can
And
we stop doing that? 'Cause that
thinking
happens a
just
lot.
because I work at a place that pay you $10 that I'm getting paid $10. You're crazy.
Okay.
because your budget does not reflect my
Oh
value.
my God! Because
Okay.
people have messaged me like, well, because I know you work for them, and they da da da. So do you work for?
Okay. We will discuss
baby.
my booking fee.
Negotiate.
Oh my God.
Mia, if you look at your note cards, you can go ahead and do some of these
I don't even
hot
know where
takes.
we at.
Next one. So we have some hot
Ooh,
takes for
okay.
Clubkid. The next page.
Because I'm feeling hot. Let's go.
I wanted to ask something.
I mean, you could ask one of those on those pages. It don't matter.
How do you feel about promoters canceling the gig at the last minute?
Oh my God. Biggest hate. Biggest like record scratch. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing I want you to do.
Yeah.
Cancel the gig at the last
At
minute
the very last
because
minute. Especially
ticket
the-
sales are down. We only sold 10 tickets. Well, baby, the place only holds 20 people, first of all.
Okay.
And second of all, a lot of people buy their tickets on the day of. Third of all, I actually did tell 2 other people that I couldn't make it on this day, and they tried to book me, and I told them I was going to be with the other lady. So what are we going to do to make this right? And
Right.
I do appreciate when people come in, want to give half of the booking fee or something like that. You know, that's
It's called
thoughtful.
Be
Okay.
Fair.
But it's
Yeah.
like,
Be
girl,
fair.
that's the latest thing you can do, and
Yeah.
that's one of the first things to
Especially
have me
they,
not want to work with you again. That's late. That's what you call
Canceling.
late.
What
Yeah.
about queens that
And we
cancel
hope for
in a
better.
show? The
Queens
show
cancel
still goes on, but
Sometimes it needs to be canceled.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you are sick and you do not need to come in.
right.
Sometimes it's don't cancel right before though either. If you already know you can't make it, cancel when you know. At least
Okay.
give the girl 24 hours. And also, please don't come to the show sick, because I don't
Okay.
want to get sick from you or get these other people sick. So sometimes you do need to cancel. For me, that's a health concern. And
I feel like if you
do
cancel
it
in
as soon as
general,
you
you
know.
better not show up to the place.
bitch, or post a Snapchat over at the other place.
Okay,
That's
because
late.
that's real messy.
Yeah, that's late.
I think we asked this one already, but how do you feel about entertainers who don't turn in music on time?
Late. Completely late.
Okay.
You know, for me, you had one task.
One.
Late.
Yeah.
Have you ever did a gig, and the promoter or the venue did not provide you with what you need, like an outlet or no dressing room? And how do you handle the situation professionally?
The thing about being a professional is you have to account for these things to happen. You have to have a backup plan. You have to have an extra extension cord. You have to plan on something is going to go wrong. How do I make sure that the show is still going to go forward?
Absolutely.
So yes,
I
it
love that
happens.
answer.
You know, we have our ideal show every time, but every show is not going to be ideal. So something is going to go wrong, and it's up to you to know how to fix it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Here's a scenario. You book a show. You're booked in a show, right?
Okay.
Actually, for both of you all. For you. Booked in a show, right? Good money.
Which we
Good
love.
booking fee. Oh
We
my
love.
God, good booking fee.
Okay. it
But
sounds
you
like a
get
good gig
there.
to me.
Well, actually, no flyer because it's a private gig.
Fair.
Private gig, no flyer. And you get there, and someone that you do not fuck with is in the show. How do you handle that, in your professional opinion?
And I love the way you set this up.
Okay.
Because you answered the question for me. It's a good booking fee. I didn't know Miss Thing was going to be there.
Yeah, it's a private gig.
And we're all on independent turf. It's
Yeah.
a private gig. We're going into this place, and I'm going to do my job. I'm going to pay it. I was like, oh, this is nice. Wow, this is nice. It might slip out of my mouth because, you know, sometimes my mouth says things I don't expect to say. Hey, how are you? Good. One thing I'm not going to say is good to see you.
Right.
I'm not going to tell her that. I might say,
Right.
hi.
Right.
How are you? Good. I'm glad that you're good.
Okay.
Hey, babe,
Okay.
I'm not going to I can't think of any. Can you think of anybody, you know, that you're worth my booking fee? A good booking fee? No.
Okay.
Pay it.
You're
Pay
going to
it.
do the show. You're going to finish it.
Man, it's
And
good to be here.
I'm going to leave as soon as it's done.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to do though, is pay it. I have always been a pay it girl. Graduated with pay it honors. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I can pay it, bitch. I can walk in and there's another wall. I'm like, oh.
Okay. You like it when you walk by somebody and you know that they know that you don't like
I
them,
won't
but
walk
you just
past.
walk by. And
I
don't
won't
even
walk past
know.
because my arms is too short to get a knife out of my back, so I won't walk past.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that concludes the hot take segment.
Yay.
Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next segment called "What Would You Do?" What
Rock
would
on
you
that
do?
bond.
What would you do?
Oh shh.
I don't know what happened.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
I think she read one of the questions off of this
Yeah,
one.
mix it up.
It's okay. It's okay. So this is the part where I'm going to ask you talk about something that happened, and you guys answer it and tell me what would you do. So you have a new fierce jewelry set that you paid a lot of money for that you brought to a show. A week later, you realize that the jewelry set is missing, and you see a queen from the show that you are in wearing your missing jewelry. What would you do?
Take my shit. What you mean?
Yeah.
You're at a show.
Hopefully
She's
it's
on
during the number.
stage.
Yeah. And what you do is you just walk
you
right
getting
up.
snatched. Thank you.
And you might even, I would love if she walked up with two fingers, no dollar, just the two
Okay.
fingers,
Yeah.
as if it was a tip, and you catch her eye and you say,
Okay.
thank you so much.
Actually, I'm
And
gonna wait till you
unpin
get
the
off
thing.
stage.
Now,
for
what if
that
they're
number.
super glue?
I'm
You go,
gonna wait
yeah.
till you get off stage for the number
Hey, it's
because
gonna be a yank.
you're gonna give me your tips for renting.
Okay.
I need that for renting.
I just
renting
can't
it.
imagine the nerve of a
Oh,
bitch.
Okay.
my God. Actually, it never happened to me, and I don't know what I would do.
No.
Honestly, I don't know what I
How could you?
Hopefully, I'm in my right mind.
What a crazy thing to do.
Okay.
Oh my God! What
They
a
just
ballsy
managed to
thing
fall
do.
in her thing, and she thought it was hers.
Don't
and-
steal, people. Please don't steal.
And definitely didn't wear
Especially
it.
not for me, anyway.
Okay, so you create a show at a venue, and you put a lot of time and dedication into making it a success. After being ghosted by the venue, you find out another queen is now producing shows with them for a lower cost. What would you do?
Oh my God!
I'll tell you what I would do. I would tell my girlfriends, such and such is at the other place now, and she is underballing, and anytime her name would come up, she is lowballing bitches.
Okay.
And that has happened I'll be for real, that has happened a few times where girls have gone and
It's
lowballed,
still
and
happening,
anytime she
yeah.
comes up, she's a lowballer. Because that's not a girl's girl. And
Right.
you have given me a pass to say, oh, well, she is going to go behind your back, or
Okay.
she's a late bitch.
Okay.
That's late.
Because
That
I'm
is
not
so
going to
late.
not tell people
I'm
that it happened.
Going to say I did not experience crab in a bucket situation until I came to West Michigan like that for real, or on this side of Michigan, because in Detroit there was so many clubs and so many things to do. The girls were not; they were fighting and fighting.
They were all doing their own
But
thing.
it was if you didn't work at the Rainbow Room, you worked at this club. If you didn't work there, and I guess because it was only 1 or 2 or 3 clubs at a time over this way, that the girls were very nasty and very, if I don't get you, yeah. So that's crazy.
It's late. It's
Yeah.
completely
It
late.
is.
All right, so your friend books you to do a gig with him at a new venue. You get there and realize that your friend isn't professional and that a lot of the things are going wrong during the show.
Well, you already knew your friend was a
Thank
professional when
you.
they booked
You
Okay.
knew that about your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
because you know your
You
girlfriend.
knew that was gonna
You know
happen.
one professional.
So, at the end of the night, your friend isn't able to pay you the amount that you agreed upon.
No,
Once
I didn't know that was
again,
gonna happen.
Once again, you know your friend not professional. Honestly, when
You should have known.
I am not going to, if I know this girl got a track record of doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that, either she cashed out me beforehand or I'm not showing up because I know her record. So I can't answer that because I won't be in that predicament.
Because you know your girlfriend.
Yeah.
You do know your
And I
girlfriend.
know what it's what and who's going to do what.
But that's another thing of it's a bad reputation. No, my services have been rendered, and now payment needs to be rendered.
Okay.
And no, it's not Cash App tomorrow. It's cash in hand right now, and that's what I make sure that I conversate and make clear to people. It's going to be cash in hand right
Okay.
now, not tomorrow.
Okay.
That's
And
again late.
Something you can attest to is that when you're booked to be in a thing with Sasha Banks and the payout is discussed, you will get your payout in an envelope, usually before the show. Sometimes I wait till it starts for like people like Mia Cole, 'cause sometimes she runs out early, but she gets her payout after callbacks. Everybody else, bitch, Sasha don't play with the money.
Fair. That's
I'm
true.
still waiting on my Christmas pay.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you got a Christmas present for me. And she read that one. So it looks like that's the end of that segment. Oh yes.
This is going so well. Yes.
Yes. Okay, so our last segment is called Advice for an Amateur.
Oh.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. I love the whole little signs and everything.
It's hot.
It
Shout out to the
kills.
production.
Super cute, yeah.
Okay, come on,
Producers,
Johnny
just
Dobbs.
working.
I didn't know about anything. I wanted to be surprised, and I am surprised.
I love it.
So, I reached out to a couple people and let them know that this is what we're doing, and a couple of amateur girls wanted to ask some questions. So, my daughter Rosalind Banks actually called in. So we're gonna she played the video. She's gonna ask you a question. We'll come back to you guys and let you guys answer it.
Yay! Hi, Rosalind.
Hello everyone, I'm Rosalind Banks. I am the daughter of Sasha Banks, and I have been doing drag for about 4 years in the Battle Creek and Grand Rapids, Michigan areas. I do struggle with one thing as I have started performing, and that is actually making friends within our drag community. And I value and respect all your guys' opinion. So I have a question. How would you guys suggest making new friends and connections within our community? And how would you sustain those relationships? Thank you guys. I look forward to hearing back.
Oh,
Yes.
hi, Rosalind.
Yes.
Yes.
It was a good question, actually.
So how would you make friends in the drag
How do you
community?
make friends and how do you keep them and stuff like this? It is hard,
It is hard.
because it's like you want to be friendly and you want to be welcoming. You don't want to be fake. Just be yourself, you know, and you can't go into it expecting to be best buddies just off the bat, but go in with your best intentions and how to retain it, you know, and just be yourself. Don't be what you think people want you to be who you are, and the people who vibe with that and have good chemistry with that will gravitate to you, and you'll notice that whether it's another queen, whether it's a patron, a bartender, whoever it is, it will become apparent.
Yeah.
A parent or a daughter.
Yeah.
Okay. Or transparent.
Or transparent.
Being transparent.
My friends, I met in the community because we have something we bonded over, whether it was fashion or music or just being booked with them all the time. So you just get to know people, and like you said, be yourself. And most of my friends do love me because I am myself. Very, 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 very unique. So
That's what you
okay.
Okay.
We do love it.
Okay. I will say that I understand the struggle there because I struggle with like making connections and friendships in the drag community because I feel like a lot of times these people are just your coworkers, and like something Grace said before to me, they're not necessarily your friends. What did you say earlier?
You know, you can be friendly with somebody and you should be approachable, and you can have a work friendship, but it doesn't mean that you're actually best buddies and
Correct.
friends with this person. You may be friendly.
There's
you
a
should
difference
be.
between being friendly and being friends with somebody.
Yes.
That's true.
And
That's what it is.
also, you can't just come into a dressing room and sit there in a corner and be quiet and expect someone to come up to you. If you're looking to make friends, hey, how are you? Oh, I love that dress. Oh my God, where you from?
Mm-hmm.
It
You have to
starts with a
put yourself
conversation.
out there, and you have
Yeah.
to try.
Because
And
you never know.
don't be rude. Don't be
Oh,
the stereotypical
my God,
bit.
don't be rude.
And don't come at me the first time I meet you. Hey sis, what's up,
Okay.
sis? I'm not your
Okay.
sis, and I'm not your whore. What's up,
Okay.
bitch? Whore.
Okay.
I'm not your bitch and your whore. It can be sweet, you know. It don't have to be all doing too much.
Right.
It's crazy because I have been doing this thing for quite some time, and I have known people for years, and I have just developed friendships with people I've been known for years that I never even thought I would have a friendship with. So you just never know when that friendship is going to come along. Sometimes you just bond over something and you're like, oh my God,
Sometimes
I never
it's-
knew you were this cool, and there you go. So it'll come. I would say don't go looking for it, because when you go looking for
And
it,
you try to
oh
force it.
my
You'll be
God.
disappointed.
It's faulty.
Yeah.
Faulty as hell.
Sometimes it's about timing, you know.
Mhm.
You can meet somebody and not be friends with them for a while. It's about timing, you know. When you have something in common, you've been doing the same show so many times, you've experienced
Didn't I
this and
just say
this,
that?
and yeah, I'm just saying.
She's agreeing.
I'm agreeing, bitch.
Uh,
So yeah, okay. So, we had the call-in person. There's one other thing, and it's slightly ridiculous, and I really considered not doing it, but
Here we are.
I was thinking about it, and I figured out a funny way to make it work. And actually, we're gonna give these to you. And we had somebody write in some questions, and the questions may be slightly ridiculous, and don't necessarily need an answer, but I want to see her reaction to reading these questions. So Mia, if you could read some of these questions out loud.
Dear Sasha and Mia, I would like to do a Beyonce song, but I don't own any country costumes. Do you think she has a non-country song I can do? No, I do not.
No,
There's no
no.
song. I'm sorry. Dear Sasha and Mia, how do I become a viral queen if I have neither talent or charisma?
Laryngitis.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of queens with no talent out there, and they're pretty successful. Maybe try sucking dick. That might help. Kissing ass.
That's how you get laryngitis.
Ooh.
I'm
That's
gonna,
also how you get booked.
I'm gonna read one more because you know what? I don't have an answer to this, but I'm sure because I'm allergic to stuff like that, so I wouldn't know. But here we go. Dear Sasha and Mia, I always leave the show in a face full of makeup. What's the best drive-through to use? In a face full of makeup.
Oh, bitch, they love to see me at Taco Bell after the gig.
That's your place.
Oh, that's my
Yeah, that's
my place.
Taco Bell do accept the queen.
Okay.
The reason why Taco Bell is the way to drive through is because it's the only drive through that's going to be open. The other
Okay.
grills are no longer open, so you
Okay.
have no choice. And Taco Bell does love the freaks
I mean,
and all
okay.
that.
Steak and Shake still open in some parts of town.
Oh,
you
are
know?
they?
I think so.
Okay, you've heard.
I heard.
You heard.
And
Okay.
some Subways, I have went to. Excuse me. I have went to Subways after a good night out, but it was never a face full, so I don't.
And you
You
never
can't
know
relate.
who you'll meet. You know, you stop and pump gas. You might meet somebody.
We do not live in that time no more.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
Charge our cars with
Okay.
no pump gas no more.
Yes. Any of the other questions, or we're good?
Oh, we're good.
I want to, may I do
Yeah,
a little
please.
thing real quick? I got permission, and so I want to give a big shout out to one of the companies that I work for. I have some residencies. I have residencies at Menjo's most Fridays. I have residencies at the Halo Bar in Detroit on the second Thursday and some Saturdays. I have residencies here, there, and everywhere. One of the companies that I work for is called Broadway Rave.
Yeah.
And we do musicals and show tunes and movies that have music in them. And we are doing the first movie Broadway Rave that I'm doing in Michigan is going to be in Kalamazoo on February 24th. And follow me for more details at DJ Clubkid, and you can also follow at Broadway Rave. So thank you for letting me break that
Yes.
information. I want to bring
course.
that
Congratulations.
to her. Thank you, thank you. It's so much fun. We have so much fun. There's a few other shows that we do, but the Broadway Rave I'm loving. I get to sew costumes and just do. It's a 3-hour drag show for me.
Oh.
Yes, and the kids have so much fun. So it will be fun. More details to come.
Ooh,
in
we love
Kalamazoo.
that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Lovely, lovely,
Yes,
lovely.
awesome. Congratulations.
Thank
Mia,
you.
is there anywhere anybody can catch you soon?
Nowhere. Oh, actually, I have a birthday show coming up.
Yes.
Oh, it's
At
his
Rumors
birth month.
Nightclub, yeah, on the 19th. If you're in Michigan and want to come out, I'm so used to doing my live show, so I know exactly where to look. But then I'm like, I don't know if I should look. That's
the
why I'm
camera's
like,
right there.
I know, and then like, if you all was wondering, like, if I'm fidgety, I am really.
She can't see. She can't see.
Oh, she's staring into their heart, baby.
Okay.
But yes, I have a birthday show January the 19th.
at Rumors.
Crazy at Rumors. And you can catch me every other Sunday and around the Michigan area doing drag brunch.
Yeah, it's so hot. We love drag
Okay.
brunch.
Yeah, that is.
What
fun.
about you, Sasha? Where are you gonna be?
Well, I will also be in Mia's birthday show. I'm super excited. I got some looks planned out. I might be in some cold
'Cause
drag.
it's gonna be a look show. It's gonna be a
Okay.
look show.
And also I host a craft night at the Battle Creek Pride Resource Center. You can catch me there on the third Friday of every month. Don't ask me the date for this month's one because I don't know. My phone's over there. But in 2 weeks, Friday at the Resource Center, come on out from 6 to 9. It's free. You can eat some snacks. You can color a picture. You
What
can,
type of snack?
whatever you bring.
Edibles. Edible snacks.
Bring your own shit.
Booyah.
Or if you don't, other people bring shit and there's plenty of stuff to do.
I do. I don't know the name, so I can't plug it. Oh my God. Never mind.
I think I said February 24th. There's April 24th, but again, follow me because I'll be in Chicago on February
it's in
24th.
Yay!
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
April. It's in April, right after 420, and we're doing that. But yeah, I'll be in
What's going on in
Chicago.
Chicago?
Girl, the Broadway rave. We take it to Chicago.
Oh,
It's so
Miss
much
y'all
fun.
travel.
It's fierce.
Oh, that's
I've been in
epic.
Ohio, now Illinois. First time in Michigan. We're working on Indiana. They do it all over. All over. They do New York. They have
love
partnership
Girl,
with
we
the
gotta
Wicked
get you in at the Electric
musical.
Forest.
It's fabulous. It is so
That'll be
much
hot.
fun. So please come and see it. April 24th. See me on Instagram. What's your Instagram? Do you want them to follow you?
I don't know none of that.
'Cause I'm pushing it 'cause-
Oh, you are pushing the hell out of it, and I love that.
I-
No, push it, push it.
I have to pee. I've been drinking this thing, and so I'm about to
Yeah.
push up out of here. I
Okay.
want to appreciate you and thank you so much for having me be your first guest. Can we show Sasha and Mia and the producers some love? Thank you guys for doing this. This is fabulous. I cannot wait to see what becomes of it.
Thank you. We do plan on doing a episode once a month, the first Tuesday of every month at 8 p.m. Our next special guest, should we announce it?
No, they just have to tune in.
Ooh,
And see.
we like that. Well, you'll have to tune in and see later, but for now, you're gonna have to tune out because the show's over. Thank y'all so much for watching the live. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next month.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.